Hi everyone, this is Jacob Mariquin for CGT 245, and today we're doing a very exciting first assignment with coding. And the first assignment just so happens to be creating a roller coaster, something you've never seen before. And in the video contents that we got for the lab, there was this video in one of the PowerPoint slides that was basically a simulation or a documentary of a bunch of just not real roller coaster rides. They looked real because the footage was really well done, but they were crazy roller coaster rides. Some were like Ferris wheels, but they started like going higher and higher up into the atmosphere. And other ones were like the swingy ones where it was like a platform that raised and swung you around in a chair, swinging chairs, but it was in like every single motion of gravity. There were other ones where it was like a drop tower, but it would actually send you up into the sky, into the atmosphere, and just you'd be gone forever. But there were a lot of very cool ones, and that kind of gave me inspiration with the drop tower one and some teacup rides with this one. So, as you can see, it's a very tall tower, and this ring is going to be spinning. So this one that I'm looking at right here, this ring will be spinning, meaning that these rods that are attached to these other seats will also be spinning along with this. And the seats as well also spin by themselves. So in the inner circle, it kind of spins slower than the other ones. And when I mean kinda, I mean a lot, because the seats spin incredibly fast. And in the assignment details, it said that it was required to have something that was very. Someone would probably die if they tried riding it, but it still looked possible. So the idea here is that this is supposed to be a circle with seats in it, and that way, the person could actually like stay inside and not fall out. But for this, because I can't put any seats or anything like that, or not stay put, really, I'll just have to show you what I mean in a second. But basically, the idea here for this game, at least, is that the amusement park is completely filled with water, and it's enough water that it could take the impact of a 7-foot person and pretty much protect them in order to like dive if they needed to. So the idea here is that this is like in the middle. Not only is it a roller coaster ride, but it's also in the middle of like a lot of different areas of the park, and you'll be able to jump off of it and pretty much go flying to any part of the park you want to. So it's a random experience every single time. But of course, this is just for video game purposes. Of course, something like that in real life could not happen, just because of how just it's so impossible. So anyway, you can see that you can see that the circle in the middle, like I was saying, is spinning, and then the seats on the outside are spinning, but the one in the middle is not spinning nearly as fast as the one on the outsides. You can see in the shadows there that they are spinning, and oh, I also wanted to mention that green light up there. So that green light is kind of where the platform stops. And because the platform stops there, that is a signal for me or for people who are in the game to jump at that point, because that is the highest peak and that is the furthest distance that you could go. So if you want to, you could jump in the middle here, and you could kind of get a sense of, hey, if I don't want to do this anymore, I could jump off, and it'll send you back to the platform that's just right below us, and it's not too far down, so it won't give you a long distance. But if we go forward here, you go flying, and the idea is that the park is submerged in water, so it will take the impact of you, so that way you won't die. But yeah, that's basically what happens. If I try and replay that again, I can't really get back up there, but when it does come back down, it's really hard to do this whenever the platform is spinning so fast, but the idea is that you stay on the seat area, and you can do that. That is possible. I've done it before, but with this recording, it's kind of hard to do that. But yeah, I wanna definitely show that one more time. I just think it's so funny, like flying off of this roller coaster thing. I probably will be able to just jump in where the spheres or the circles are spinning like this. Hopefully I'll catch. Yeah. So I have to like crawl to the middle of this, but if it goes to the very top, you can see that the green light is getting closer and closer. So basically what I do is just set my camera right here, and whenever I start seeing the green light and it starts merging my screen, that means that I'm ready to go. So like right about now, and I'm gone. So that's really fun, but that's really not the point of this assignment. The point of the assignment is to actually look at the coding with this. So if we go here and we look at the blueprint that I have for this thing I call large UFO, and we open this up, you can see that there is a good strand of code here. It's not super detailed, but basically there's an add actor local rotation, and this rotation is pretty much being set for, I believe, the sphere in the middle, like I was saying. And I also set, before I started moving the seats, acceleration. So at the very beginning, whenever, because this is an event tick, whenever frames are being moved, at the very beginning, the speed and acceleration of the seats start speeding up right as soon as I press play. So basically that's why they get so much faster than the middle portion, and I wanted it to be that way. It's not like it was an issue, but then these seats here are for this relative rotation, because this rotation, the local rotation, is only for the sphere or the cylinder in the middle that's spinning the rods and the seats, and then these are for just the seats themselves. Later, I ended up adding a relative location that would raise and lower the height of the platform. So you can see I have a target for the platform here, and I have a move vector for the delta location, and I made variables for each of these. These are both set to 0 on the side, except for this one, because I wanted to move it to z equals 2 each time it would. I wanted to move it z to like every single frame, I guess it would be, or just get to that point for as long as 20 seconds here. And that's why I set that delay there. And then it moves that vector and pretty much goes and goes and goes, and then it comes back down whenever it's reached 20 seconds. So yeah, this was a really fun assignment. I really like this one, and this video is much longer than most of the other ones, but I really like enjoyed this, and I wanted to show it off because it was so fun. But last thing I want to mention real quick is the fact that this does take 20 seconds to rise and fall. But yeah, that's basically it, and thanks for teaching, Brantley.